in continuing with what we have been trying to do over this Christmas period, we have to look at, like I said, we're having a conversation yesterday about insecurity being an economic issue. Context is very important. When I mean context, I'm talking about what is achievable and available in other places. Holland, the Netherlands, the nation that produced Marco van Basten and the legendary Johan Cruyff, legendary footballers, generates over 100 billion euro every year from agriculture. It's not possible for Holland to have a rural poverty problem or a rural education problem. Why? Because they have been able to develop their country, their nation, based on what they have. But don't forget that Holland is a land and a country that 70% of that country is on water. So now country where they float, now island. Brazil, the country that is known to have the gods of soccer, do over $10 billion every year from beef, meat. Australia does over $6 billion every year from dairy, milk. You see, the focus has been wrong at all levels. In short, it has been wrong privately, it has been wrong publicly. Government investment in agriculture has not been focused the way it should be. And I say this because it hurts as a Buharist. It hurts that Buhari has dumped over ₦1 trillion into the agri sector to develop agriculture. And the result you see can actually be more, way better, if the right things have been done. You don't develop agriculture in isolation, it does not work. What you do is to create traders. Traders don't create employment. And without creating employment, you cannot build a system that is able to stabilize rural Nigeria. And once rural Nigeria stabilizes, insecurity will collapse, will go down. Security will become, because security is foundation on economies. If person no get food chop in the verse. The person where no get food, I want to send the children go school. Those children no go school. What did they come because they no go school? So what you do is to create, and I've always said this, the Nigerian Farmers Group, NFGCS Farm, is an estate. Estate of what? It's an agricultural estate. I'm standing behind a sawmill. This is a sawmill in the farm. These are tricycles in the farm. Now, you build the farm in such a way that it becomes productive zones. Productive zones are not just productive for the name of being productive. They are productive in area of employment. They are productive in the area of manufacturing. They are productive in the area of education. They are productive in the area of enhancing your national capacity to ensure that your population is sustained over time. Over time. Over several industries. Bros, now what do we get now? Think now only land that people will get to. Forget what the next one will make. Our resources is land and people. How you go get 200 million people? You go get 80 million arable hectares of farmland. You could still struggle. So, what am I saying? I am simply saying that why don't we look at the examples of Brazil? There was a time that the then Major General Muhammadu Buhari has had an agreement with Australia and Brazil that, look, don't give us money, give us equipment and machinery in return. It's a travesty that in 2021, heading to 2022, this is the last Monday of the year. Last Monday of the year. And what is it? Last Monday of the year. And I can tell you confidently that how many tractors do we have in Nigeria? How many tractors do we have in Nigeria? How many combined harvesters do we have in Nigeria? And so on and so forth. We need to begin to develop rural Nigeria. Or else, we will not be able to solve this security problem. Let us be very categorical and clear, my people. As wonderful as the president has done when it comes to military firepower, it will not solve the problem of the man who is hungry, who is a willing recruiting tool for Boko Haram and the militants and the bandits and the kidnappers out there. He will always be available to be recruited. Why? Because 1,000 naira is important to him. The only way you can eliminate the power of the purse presented by the enemies of the state is to empower rural Nigeria, to create the environment so that the enemies of the state, whatever they provide, cannot match whatever rural Nigeria can provide. That is the foundation of real growth. That is the foundation of national integration. That is the foundation of progressiveness. We feel the talk, but the future is here. When the poor will have no food to eat but the rich. I am in Nasarawa State, Gati, Kokona local government. This is how you create a template for real national development and integration. Because the truth is, in Israel, they built the kibbutz, what's the name you call it? Where young people were made to industrialize, go into farm settlement centers, begin to produce. In China, it was the same history. There is no nation whose development was not premised on agrarian development. When you hear about Thanksgiving holiday, it's a farmer's holiday. You harvest, you come home, you relax, you do Thanksgiving, you go and elect your leaders, you go back to the farm. That is the United States. Britain became an industrialized nation from agriculture. Holland, almost all the countries in the world, except probably states like Hong Kong and probably even Switzerland is agriculture. Hong Kong and Treaty of Nanking. We must know today that our weakness and our lack of growth is because our focus has been wrongly directed at sentimental parochialism. Culturally, we have not developed our people. And that is why some of us have become too not interested in religion. We have become more interested in what is it that can be done for the national focus. The Nigerian Farmers Group is part of that focus. NFDCS Farm S is part of that focus. It is open all year round. There's a model of security we have adopted that can work. There's a model of security we have adopted that can work. What is it? Build a community. Empower the community. Give them the ability to think that, yes, the nation is ours to build, this community is ours to uphold, the people are ours to protect. Once you are able to achieve this, build your nation, uphold your community, protect your people. Once you have been able to do that, the people become your source of security. They become your source of strength. They become some source of growth. Once that is achieved, your country will be great. Crude oil cannot give to this country what agriculture is capable of giving to Nigerians. Politicians focus on crude because it's the easy money. Politicians focus on crude because it is easy money. For as long as Nigerians keep focusing on the easy money, we're always going to be laced and faced with difficult times because easy money creates long-time suffering. Productivity and progress also creates long-time suffering. But guess what it does? Long-time suffering, short-time suffering leads to long-time growth. There are no miracles. There's even no free meal in Freetown. So why should there be miracles in nation's building? Now miracles shall not grow. Did the British grow with miracles? Did the Americans conquer the world with miracle? Tax on tea led to the American fight for independence. Can you remember? Was it a miracle? A nation whose population prays more than they work. What happens? Can never grow. Insecurity is an economic issue. Let us focus on building our people. Let us focus on building rural Nigeria. Let us focus on building rural infrastructure. So at the end of the day, the problems that are available with regards to a population not educated can be solved with the agricultural infrastructure necessary to evolve an industrial process capable of putting Nigeria on the roadmap as a developed nation from agrarian. And if you are not aware, industrialization, machinery, technology starts from agriculture. Thank you. I do have a happy new year 2022, my people. I greet you.